Hey, you beautiful people. Okay, this week we're gonna just riff on something that looks so powerful to me. And it's, what would happen if we were to stop judging ourselves for our past, for the things that we've done, for perhaps some things that we're not proud of that we wouldn't want to repeat? Like, I hear these stories all the time, right? And I have things for sure for me as well that I absolutely know that I don't want to repeat. And the thing is, I think for many of us, if we're very judgment heavy on ourselves in the now, we're we're out again. It's one of these moments where we're innocently out of alignment with the best possible thing for us, right? Let me explain what I mean. So we're all doing what makes sense to us based on the level of understanding that we have, right? Sydney Banks, he said that we're all doing the best we can given the thinking that looks real to us. So right now, if you have been judging yourself up until today, up until listening to this, that's making sense. Like, it's made sense to you. And perhaps it feels like it would be a good way to stop yourself from repeating those things of the past, or to make sure you don't do them again. Or perhaps you feel like if you were to punish yourself enough for those things, then you could finally feel a release and you'd be able to forgive yourself. Perhaps that's what's been happening. I know I've seen these patterns playing out for many people, including myself. The thing is, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. The judgment is very often the quickest way to hold a pattern in place, right? Or to at least, it causes us suffering because we're resisting something that we can't change. The past isn't real. We spoke about this a couple of weeks back. The past is purely memories. It is a ghost town. It's something that's kept alive in your mind through thought. Sure, these things happened. Things happened. I'm not denying that. But they are not happening now. And the person that you were, to whom those things made sense to, right? You're not that person anymore. The level of understanding you had before has clearly changed. Otherwise, you'd still be doing the same things, and you're not. You're not doing those things anymore. So, in knowing that you in a previous now was doing the best you could, given the thinking that you had at the time, and given how the world looked to you, right? The kindest and most beautiful thing that we can do is to forgive ourselves for that, to release it, because right now we're the ones carrying that, and if we want to be the best version of ourselves, the quickest way to do that is to release all that and to be that person, not to try and get to that place by judging ourselves for someone who we're no longer that person. If that makes sense, I hope it does. And I just think it's really worth knowing, because I just see this pattern again and again. And just sit with me for a minute, right? Just sit with me for a minute and just ponder and reflect on this question. How would your life change? How would things look different if you were to release all that judgment and to just be who you are and just move on from this moment, knowing that you were just doing what made sense, and now something different makes sense, and that's beautiful. And that's true for every other person on the planet as well. So all of those people for whom they've done things to us in the past where we may still be carrying some kind of non-forgiveness, when we release that, as Sid said, to forgive is to forget. And sometimes we can feel like that might be letting someone off the hook for something that they did. They're on their own journey of realizing, their own spiritual journey, right? We're the ones that carry the non-forgiveness, though. We're the ones that carry the weight of that. We can release it in any moment and walk into a new world. And yeah, I mean, for me, that's really worth knowing. It's really worth knowing that we don't have to judge our past. We don't have to judge ourselves. And we might just be amazed what happens and the kind of world that we walk into the moment that we do that. Right, team. So many amazing things on the way. I really loved just riffing on that today. I think it's a really short one. I think we might even be, not even closing out on 5 minutes or something like that yet. But at some point in the not too distant future, there will be a way that we can connect with each other, reflect, and get a bit more access to, if you're loving what's going on here, get more access to, perhaps behind the scenes stuff and some more content and things like that to really support you on your rebel spirituality journey. And as I always say, thank you to everybody who's reaching out. It means so much to me to know that people are listening and coming back. And please do recommend this. Please do recommend this to a friend who you think might benefit from it. And don't take it to heart if they don't listen. It's, we're all following our own breadcrumbs, right? That looks like the most powerful thing. But maybe you have a friend for whom they're going to resonate with this, and they'll pick it up and run with it, right? All right, team. Huge love. I hope you have the most amazing day. I'm currently watching the rain absolutely hammer down outside my window. It's kind of beautiful, right? Awesome. See you soon.